SiccorHands. The first time he looked in the mirror, he didn't recognize the person staring back. Not because his face had changed. Because his soul had. His curls hung over his eyes like a curtain, hiding thoughts he couldn't explain. He stood alone in a bathroom, phone raised in front of him, trying to capture a version of himself that still felt real. Yet in the reflection, something darker lingered, an outsider, who never quite fit in. Like Edward Scissorhands. A boy with a good heart trapped inside a world that didn't understand him. Days passed. He wandered through fields beneath bright skies, surrounded by beauty that everyone else seemed able to enjoy. Birds sang. The wind danced through the grass. But inside, there was silence. He walked with his head lowered, carrying invisible weight on his shoulders. Every step felt like a question. Who am I becoming? The path ahead was bright. Yet all he could see were shadows. There were nights when he hid from the world. Wrapped in hoodies and scarves, sitting on staircases long after everyone else had gone to sleep. He wasn't afraid of monsters. He was afraid of himself. Afraid of his mistakes. Afraid of the promises he couldn't keep. Afraid that the people he loved would someday see him the way he saw himself. Broken. Incomplete. A creation still waiting to be finished. And so he climbed. Through dark hallways and lonely thoughts. Up winding staircases inside castles built from regret. Every memory became another room. Every failure became another locked door. Yet no matter how high he climbed, he always found the same thing waiting at the top. Himself. Then one day, she appeared. Not in a castle. Not in a dream. By the water. Wearing red like a heartbeat against the blue horizon. She looked at him differently than everyone else had. She didn't see scars. She didn't see darkness. She didn't see the lonely boy hiding behind his hair. She saw a man. A man trying. A man fighting. A man worthy of love. For the first time, he wasn't standing alone. He wrapped his arms around her, and she leaned into him as if she had always belonged there. The world grew quieter. The shadows grew smaller. And the boy, who once felt like Edward Scissorhands, finally understood something. The blades were never his identity. The loneliness was never his destiny. The darkness was only a chapter. Not the whole story. Years from now, when he looks back at these photographs, he won't remember the sadness first. He'll remember the journey. The mirror. The field. The staircase. The castle. And the girl in red, who reminded him that even the most unfinished hearts can still be loved completely. Because sometimes the story isn't about escaping the darkness. Sometimes it's about finding someone willing to walk beside you until the sun returns.